Wow! Hi everyone, this is Bob Zero here once again on Windows 95, and today I'll be doing some a bit different. Today I wanted to reach out to all the new players of this game that just got into Path of Exile. This video will be for brand new players, so if you've read a guide before, it's not for you. If you've seen any other videos of Path of Exile, it's not for you. If you've played at least 34 seconds or more of Path of Exile, it's also not for you. If you've thought about playing because your friend Chad Marty, I know, weird, two first names, have been trying to get you to play for the past 8 years and you haven't yet, but then your other friend Billy Thornton, no relations, asked you to finally play and you finally caved and killed at least 5 monsters, yup, it's also not for you. This video is for the truest of Path of Exile noobs. So if that is you, stick around. I shall teach you stuffs I wish I knew when I first started. So first, let's talk about when you click Create New Character. The game is gonna ask you which game mode you want to start, and then you got a bunch of buttons to check or leave unchecked. Let me bleed on this for a minute. If you're a brand new player, you're not gonna click anything on this screen because by default you'll be playing the temporary, typically 3-month league, which will always be in the middle and selected by default. In our case, right here, it's the Cruicble League. Now, I know you want to click the hardcore and prove yourself to Billy or Chad, but I implore you, don't. Also, standard to the left over here is for players that have been playing PoE for like 10 years and have millions of doll hairs. So unless you plan on RMTing, yeah, don't worry about standard. That shiny goblet you had your sights on that you didn't see in another video because you haven't seen any videos prior to this one will cost you something like 10 to 100 times more to purchase on standard than in a league. For you see, when league is done, it merges with standard. Now lastly, on this screen, let's talk about buttons. Solo cell phone. If you never want to trade with a bot or supposedly a real human being ever, you can click this button and whatever you find, it's yours. No one to share it with, no one to sell it to for a pretty orb or two. Ruthless mode. If you are a masochist or you enjoy finding one item per every 3 hours played, don't play this mode. It's not fun, at least for me. If you have ever played Diablo 1 and you know how you find like 3 or 4 items per floor, just imagine finding 1 item per like 6 floors. If you enjoy that, go ahead and try this mode. Yeah, anyways, now that we correctly didn't click on anything, we can say okay. Character screen. Wow, look at that. We got 7 characters to choose from. You will probably only have 6 because the Scion isn't available to you, I think. I don't know, it's been 8 years since I unlocked her. Don't worry, she ain't the best. The best class is whichever you choose. Wow, that was good. I'm gonna write that down. Each character starts out in a different location on the passive tree. Think of Final Fantasy X. Yeah, straight up copy. But the cool thing about this game is that it doesn't matter who you choose. It doesn't matter if you want to be a caster or a melee character or a range character. You can be all 3 if you want. Not really. But the point is, click on the character that speaks the most to you. For me, it's gonna be this big old brute. His delts may be lacking, but his pecs are slapping. Now let's choose a name. Nice, yeah, cool. Now clicking on the highlighted name thingy on the ground will auto-equip it to us, I think. That's my default settings in my options menu. By pressing the default inventory key I, we get to see our inventory. We got ourselves a club, but why are there 2 red hole things in it? That's weird. It's almost like Final Fantasy VII had something to say about this game. I wonder what it is. I'm actually gonna keep the tutorials on because I want to see what it's gonna tell us. And let's talk to this fella sitting on the ground. Looks like he just got done eating a sesame seed muffin. Wow, that's nice. What is that? A monster attacking us? I better hold down my left mouse button and see what happens. Oh, okay. I done killed it and it dropped a green name thingy. I shall pick it up. The tutorial is pretty useful so far. Grab it and put it in the red socket thingy. Nice. Let's see what this bad boy can do. Wow, I better use my life flash to recover life. Oh, and we got some sweet iron gauntlets. Okay guys, of course I'm kidding. just know that anything you will pick up in the first like 20 hours of the game is pretty much trash. Now that being said, it's still usable or useful to you and your current character. But just know that no, you haven't found a legendary item in your first playthrough. Even if you find a unique item, which is like a brownish color, it ain't worth anything. Rare items are yellow, magic items are blue, and normal items are white. The lower the rarity, the more common they are, and I will go over them in another video. Now, just to confuse you, this color scheme only applies to equipable items and like monsters and stuff. Orbs and other things have different color schemes, so yeah, I just thought I'd throw it out there. Wow, I never knew killing these spider things could be so rewarding. Inexperienced, that is. Just kidding, it's not. Oh, this reminds me, if you press enter, you can chat, and by clicking the tabs up top, you can disable bots and other people spamming nonsense. Chia, let's continue. A large chest, you say? It's a support gem, and it wants me to put it in my weapon next to my heavy strike. Congratulations! If you've made it this far, you've discovered what the game is all about. If you've enjoyed your experience thus far, no, you'll get to do this for the next 10,000 hours. Let me in! Let me in! What is this, Devil May Cry? Now, I'm gonna fast forward the fight with Hillock, cause dang, it takes too long. But just know that his attacks are very avoidable. They are quite telegraphed, and know that the rest of the game isn't like that at all. Matter of fact, the deeper you get into this game, the more you get surprised by a bunch of BS where it is unavoidable because it was an off-screen monster that got ya, or it wasn't telegraphed attack at all. And there's no death log, so there's nothing you can do about it when it happens again and again and again and again and again. Yeah, you got it, you got it. Alright, it wants us to click the skill point plus thingy, but let's hang on for a second. Let's go to town. Oh, never mind. It won't let us. Cool, okay. Wow, Final Fantasy X Reconstruction at its best. Anyways, it won't let me go to town unless I allocate a point. So as you can see, the red character portrait thingy on my character is my starting location, and I get to choose between 2 points. So I'm gonna click this one. So back to the passive tree. By default, it's the P button to view it. Each character gets to start in their own little area, but each character has access to the same nodes as the rest of the Scooby gang. So that's why I mentioned it doesn't matter too much who you choose in the beginning when you are brand new, because learning the game itself is more important and all that it offers. Also, in addition to that, you can have a melee character that is ranged and can kill monsters off screen, and you can also have a spellcaster character that have to hug an enemy to kill them. Be very, very close. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
What I want you to focus on are the skill gems, which we'll get into in a second. But basically, each passive tree node gives you something nice, like life, damage, defense. Focusing on a healthy mix of all three will be good for you, I think. Yeah. So don't spend 23 hours going through each node right now, but maybe go through a couple dozen in the vicinity of your character. Here, we got life and armor, more life, and some accuracy and attack speed. Some resistances, some damage, some resistances, some damage, some more. Based on my knowledge of the game, and knowing this game can be a bit brutal, especially in the beginning for no reason at all besides deterring new players, I'm gonna go for some life nodes at first. Yeah. Now, let's take a look at the stash. I'm in a guild, so I have that stash too, but we ain't gonna worry about that. Wow, I got a bunch of tabs up top. Don't worry about them. Just know that you're gonna have 4, which are 12 by 12 grids of sorts, in which you can stash your items in. But as I mentioned before, everything you'll pick up is trash, so unless you immediately use it, just sell it to a vendor. I'm of course talking only about the equipment that goes on your person. Orbs and scrolls, town portals or fragments of scrolls and orbs, keep those little bad boys, because those are currency in the game and you'll want those. Also, random things, which I'll get into in a little bit, like essences and stuffs, yeah, keep that as well. Just equipment you put on your body. Yeah, sell that. Here, I'm gonna identify some boots since I ain't got any. I'm gonna equip them, and nice, I got some cold resistance. I'm also gonna equip the second club for some dual wield action. Unlike Diablo 2, any character can dual wield in this game.
That's awesome.
Yup, sure is. Pressing the default character sheet button named C will display your character stats. You got the offense, the defense, and the last two tabs. I'm not sure why they are even in. Seldom do I click them ever. Matter of fact, I haven't clicked them in 2.5 years. They're pointless. Anyways, let's sell some items. Let's talk to the exclamation point peoples. Doing a lot of important talking, I'm sure, and here we can sell or purchase items. Let's start with selling stuffs we don't need. Sorry, I'm used to holding the control button and left clicking, but you can just drag and drop them manual like. Alright, we got some scraps of sorts. We ain't millionaires, but we are better off than before. Let's click the purchase items button. Wow, lots of wands and rings and stuffs. Everything from the NPC vendor costs scrolls or orbs, so the neat thing about this game is no coins, gold, doll hairs, etc. Bunch of mediocre stuff and we can't really afford any of it, but at least we know it's there now.
What's the second tab, Papa Zero?
Let's have a look. And this right here is what the game is all about. Forget the builds, the items, the classes, the passive trees. It's all about the skill gems. Once again, they all cost something. In this case, they are all one identification scroll each. So now, what I want you to do is grind a little bit outside this town and buy up every single one of these and try them out. Yeah, you heard me correct. I want you to experience the PoE life. And this is it. Forget build guides, forget my lavish, full of information videos that you may have seen prior. Just focus on these puppies right here.
But Papa Z, my tab looks different. I have different skills. What's going on?
Well, that's because you chose a different character class than me. But I want you to do the same. Get every single one of these puppies and try them out until you find the one, the only, the most likely not perfect but acceptable gym skill you'll enjoy for a bit until you find the next one. Let's talk with the other two fellas real quick. Nothing? Oh, Tarkalite. Thank you so much for the free skill gem. Nice, we won't have to buy that one. Alright, let's go outside and grind a bit, killing everything in our path to afford to buy each skill. Wow, nice design, GGG. Running crabs, awesome. This is fun. Oh, whatever you do, do not click the Crucible stone thingy that you see right here. I will go over the mechanic in great detail later. But it's this league's mechanic, and it may not be for you, especially while not leveling. It's very difficult, very hard, and provides very little, so forget about it for a minute. Anyways, let's go back into town since we got a bunch of loot and sell the gear pieces for orbs, fragmentos, and stuffs. Look at that, we got 5 scrolls of wisdoms already. Now you can keep going in the same zone, or you can control click on the zone to start a new instance. Meaning you can keep grinding over and over in the same zone, but with new layout and brand new monsters. Don't worry, the mama monster that gives birth to the baby monsters you are slaughtering is very fertile. You will not run out of cute baby innocent. What have they ever done to you monsters to kill? Oh yeah, you're not the only one that levels. Each socketed gem in your equipment that is equipped gets experience too. And just like in every RPG ever made, especially Final Fantasy VII, the higher the level of your skill gem, the more damage it does. So click that plus button. Yeah, go ahead. It's okay. Click it. Anyways, keep grinding till you got all of them scrolls of wisdoms you need for your first big purchase. Alright, I done did some more grinding and wow, so many scrolls of wisdoms and some other orbs we're not going to worry about. Let's purchase them gems. Again, you can hold control and left click on each one to get them. Ooh, got that one already, no need to purchase it again. Right now, let's focus on the skill gems. So I actually forgot I got Ruthless Support gem not to be confused with the game mode, already and the heavy strike, so that's my bad. Yeah, no need to purchase duplicates at the moment. As you can see, they cost 1 scroll of wisdom each, but selling them back, I get scraps. WTF is that? I got scammed by the NPC vendor. Help! Bug report filed. Anyways, let's try out the new scales. I arranged them as such so that they are separated by color. And of course, you need the corresponding color in your gear to be able to socket them in and use them. Also, each skill gem has a certain requirement. So for example, cleave requires us to wield axes or swords. We only have the clubs equipped, so we can't use it.
Dang it, Papa Z! I just sold my swords I found a second ago. You told me to sell everything I'm not using.
Don't worry, you can try out other skills while you grind and find some new swords or axes or other things you need to be able to use your gems. So if I try to equip cleave, this is what happens. It's under intensified, so I can't use it because of, perforate also needs axe and swords.
Wow, nice video, bro. Thanks for being prepared.
Hey, smite will work. Nice. I'm actually not a fan of heavy strike, so I will be trying the smite with the ruthless support gem. So anyways, let's try out the smite. Oh heck yeah, that's nice. I like that more already, but why stop? Let's try more. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned this before, but you have skill gems and support gems. Skill gems, just like they sound, will be your active gems you can use to slaughter innocent toddler monsters. And the support gems are what buff your skills gems when they are linked together to smash those tiny skulls faster for the most part. There are also support gems that give you different utility or even how your skills behave or do completely different things to your skill gems. Yeah, you'll have to experiment. Also, like you saw with the equipment, support gems may not work with your skill gem. So when you socket them in, linked together, they are, if you will. See if the link lights up. If it doesn't, they don't jive together. Okay, so I think I found the gems I like. You can keep the gems you bought and level them up if you so choose, maybe in your offhand, like so. I will use this waypoint to go back to town and sell the gems I don't want and don't need. For now, I will be doing everything. Yeah, every quest, every side mission, everything. I'm gonna pick up everything, just like you will, because you will be selling it to buy a new set of skill gems that will be unlocked as you progress through the game via scrolls and orbs that you also picked up and kept. Oh, and when you complete quests, you will be showered with some free gems, as well as unlocking more gems for purchasability. Early on, it's beneficial for you to use equipment that has the right colors and links for you to use the skill gems and their respective support gems over something that might do more damage or give you life. So, like, in my case, I wanted to use the axe and the sword I have equipped, but I want the ruthless support gem linked to my molten strike, so I have to use the club instead. I'm a bounce for now, but don't worry about speed or efficiency. Who cares if your 5-year-old nephew is already in Act 6 while you're still in Act 1? Your homework is to slowly and safely grind. Do all the quests you come across and buy all the gems you see from vendor screen and try them out. Find one or a few that you really like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another beautiful video.